Hey cool cats, internet troll and comic book lover, Richard Rizzo here, bringing you another installment of Comics Sans Cancer, wherein we will continue our review of the Infinity Crusade story in preparation for the now highly anticipated Marvel Infinity War MCU films. And please, if you haven't watched the first episode of this series, go do that first. I'll leave a link in the description below. To start us off, here's another trailer for the Avengers Infinity War Disney movie that I found while writing this video.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
But it's way too long, surprise, surprise, so I won't show it all to you. Instead, here's my cut of the trailer, which doesn't spoil 2/3 of the movie.
See if we can become something more. So when you need us, we can fight us. I think we're good.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose.
Evacuate the city and get this man a shield.
But this does put a smile on my face.
You know, it might have been just a little bit more exciting to see Spider-Man's Spidey sense emerge for the first time on the big screen and not in a fucking trailer. And why is the bitch from Wakanda in this? Were you really just that desperate for more representation? Was Adam Warlock's skin just a little too orange for you to fit him into this abortion of an Infinity War's tale? Oh, god damn, get a hold of yourself, Rizzo. You know this is a trigger. Whatever, it's a shit segue. But that brings us to issue number 3 of the Infinity Crusade, The Damned. This issue of Infinity Crusade was released in August of '93 by mostly the same Imagineers as the prior releases. And holy fuck, how topical is this? The Meteor Man, starring Robert Townsend from 1993. What do we have here? An almost entirely black cast including Marla Gibbs, Eddie Griffin, Robert Guillaume, James Earl Jones, Bill Cosby, another bad creation, Big Daddy Kane, Sinbad, and Luther fucking Vandross. Well, I guess there is a first ever black superhero movie comprised of a predominantly black cast, and it's not Black Panther. Shut the fuck up! Moving on, page 1 gives us the Watcher's man-child alien-esque visage, pontificating about his role. By the way, this episode is going to be loaded with plenty of closely cropped panels of characters' faces.
Extreme close-up! Whoa! 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 Excellent. Extreme close-up.
I am the Watcher. My chosen task is to observe and record universal happenstance as it occurs. My burden is that I am bound never to interfere in the making of such history. But I see no reason why I cannot allow you to remain while I now review the data I have thus far gathered on the entity known as the Goddess. On the next page we have another 2-page spread opening the issue, but sadly, it seems only to be used to show the scale of the Watcher's stature, which, really, you would need to take this guy seriously at all. Within a spectacular hideaway on the surface of the Earth's moon, the mysterious Watcher receives 3 rather unusual guests: Reed Richards, Iron Man, and the Vision. The Goddess appears to be broadcasting on a frequency even I am not familiar with. Those are Shi'ar and Skrull warriors skirmishing. I recognize the space sector. This battle's taking place a good 30 light years from here. Took place. Skipping a page where the war stops because the Goddess's religion waves have infected the opposing fighters' brains, cause that's what it does. Due to Paradise Omega's proximity to the Earth, Reed figures out that Paradise Omega is quite obviously her Achilles heel. Watcher, do you know what the Goddess's real goals are? I have insufficient data to properly speculate on the matter. Can you at least tell me if her intentions are good or evil? My understanding of such abstracts has always been irrelevant. That's right, the Watcher doesn't care about your feels. He only cares about the facts. The overly tall man-baby then banishes the hero trio because of their incessant questioning. Would it be in our best interest to disrupt this goddess's plans or not? I must now terminate this audience and wish you farewell. Wait a moment, we just want to ask you a few more. Will you just look where the Watcher zapped us off to? Exactly where we wish to be sent, Avengers headquarters. As if the Watcher were trying to grant us a small allotment of additional time to deal with our current crisis. Despite his protests, the Watcher admits privately that he shares the hero's concerns. I do sense dire peril in the goddess's intent, but those tricky true believers at the goddess's cathedral have magically bugged the Avengers headquarters using Doctor Strange and other mystically endowed converts. Sister Moondragon, Reed Richards, and his comrades have returned to Avengers headquarters. There is no mystic among them capable of sensing my occult intrusion.
Goddess, your enemies still conspire against you. Then deal with them appropriately in my absence. The dawn of Epiphany breaks. Let the universe know that enrapture will soon be among them. May all good hearts rejoice. Deliverance is a-coming.
Skipping a few pages, we miss a couple of forgettable characters being duped by the goddess and Professor X musing about the goddess's potential cost-benefit ratio with the Hulk and Snowbird from Alpha Flight. Next, we have a rather anticlimactic two-page drop-in by the Absorbing Man. It'll be a massacre. Hey, Muscles, who would you like to take a crack at first? I'm afraid you don't understand. I didn't come here to fight. I came to surrender. I've seen the error of my way. He's obviously been affected by the goddess's telepathic transmissions. Back at the cathedral, we get a glimpse of Moondragon's new penchant for power tripping.
When are we going to get some sound with this picture?
Gotta do something about this goddess right away. Sister Moondragon, look! Not realizing that Sleepwalker is only available during the night, the faithful question why he is suddenly vanishing, unaware that he is returning back to his waking host. We skip past the Avengers and company debating whether they should intervene or not, because the goddess is projecting her agenda on the masses by forcing acceptable behaviors at the expense of free will. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. That feminism joke is just too easy, even for me. The little troll Pip opens his mouth, and the gang soon surmise that Adam Warlock, the missing member of the Infinity Watch, may be involved somehow. You don't figure Warlock's mixed up in this mess, do you? Could be. I never did trust that guy as far as I could throw him. The cathedral keepers continue to eavesdrop. I see no reason to trust his female self either.
Now do you fully understand why our goddess chose not to deal with these cretins, my brothers and sisters?
She-Hulk clearly displaying some internalized misogyny just then, and now back to where our story began. And on the far side of the sun from Paradise Omega, Monster Island, home base of the Infinity Watch. But currently, only one member of the Watch is present, the group's leader, Adam Warlock. He seeks answers within the void that was once his private chambers. Okay, so you may have noticed so far I haven't said anything about the artwork, and that's because there's been nothing of note up until this point. This issue is heavy on story, so there's a lot of low detail panels throughout it, and I had to really weigh what to cut out, but the art will catch up soon. On the bridge of Thanos' starcraft,
Thanos reigns!
You have arrived much sooner than anticipated.
Where is your precious Infinity Watch?
I imagine engaged in some struggle against the goddess.
A useless endeavor. Those bunglers are not up to the task at hand. Only you and I stand a chance of stopping the goddess.
But even mighty warriors such as yourselves will fail without my aid.
That stench.
And here's where the artwork starts to edge up with this cover tie-in panel. Very nice.
I am Mephisto.
A different image, but the odor is sadly recognizable.
Adam and Thanos then play it off that neither of them were really all that scared before Mephisto brings it down to their level.
Why do you trespass thus, demon?
To aid you in your conflict against the boastful entity calling herself the goddess.
Why would you wish to do that?
In this woman I sense a being far too saintly for the universe's good.
If Dark Mephisto stands ready to defy the will of the goddess, perhaps I must rethink my position on her. That's pretty sane of Adam, but we're setting him up for a bit of a meme here.
You know that for once, the three of us share a common goal. Such an entity possessing the power she does cannot run unchecked. Only universal disaster can spring from the womb of her limited philosophy. Like it or not, Adam, she must be stopped.
The goddess' stated aim is to eradicate all evil from the universe. Only a mad woman would believe that evil can be banished without exiling good along with it.
Those two qualities, absent sentient spirit, would be sadly lacking in most entities.
I manage.
But seeing as how the goddess is but a part of your whole,
There is a matter you should put your mind to. If in possession of almost limitless power, how would you go about eliminating all evil?
And I'm skipping the last panel of this page and the following page, as it's just further moral hand-wringing and pearl-clutching until Professor X decides to try and reason with Moondragon, connecting telepathically to the mind gem she possesses. Then hurry, Professor. I can't help but feel time is running out. I'm reaching out to her right now. Contact has been established.
Professor X, is it not?
Yes, I wish to speak with you on urgent matters. The discussion does not go well, which gets Moondragon's back up.
Is that a veiled threat, dear Professor? The very thought of any interference in her labors is sacrilegious. The final coming is upon us. Nothing must be allowed to thwart this holy labor. Nothing!
Back to Thanos' StarCraft. I see no reason to allow you, Mephisto, to insinuate yourself into this effort.
Indeed, I see you more as a detriment than as any aid.
I have walked this plane many centuries longer than even you, Titan. During that time, I have unraveled far more of nature's mysteries. There are certain long-forgotten secrets concerning the cosmic containment units you need know in order to clearly understand and foil the goddess and her plans.
Is he serious?
I'm afraid so.
For some reason, after the attack on Professor X, it's the Hulk who finally gets off the fainting couch and makes a call to action against the goddess's feminist agenda. The medical scan's readings are inconclusive. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that cuts it. Is there anyone here who still thinks we shouldn't trash this goddess and her pack of holy rollers? Come on, Richards, let's get this show on the road. Pip starts pestering Vision about the containment units for reasons we'll see later.
Mr. Vision, can you tell me about those comic containment units?
Cosmic.
Whatever.
What do you wish to know?
Exactly what do they do and how do they work?
Now, Vision, did no one ever tell you not to feed the trolls? Skipping a page where Pip the Troll lays out his big plan to stop the goddess like some sort of wannabe arch nemesis, he's contacted suddenly by Adam Warlock.
Adam?
Using my soul gem to contact you on a spiritual level. Please precisely inform me as to what is going on at your end.
And that's the story.
Thank you, Pip. I'll be in contact.
The Cretan was not telling the whole truth.
It is his nature. The situation is far worse than we feared.
Remedying it will be difficult, but not impossible.
Impossible if you keep groping around in the darkness.
Here, Mephisto finally makes his price for helping the cause clear.
I take it you are offering illumination,
For a price.
which is...
The price for my expertise and services is merely one cosmic containment unit.
Reed and the gang make their preparations before they depart, still unaware that they're being watched. A harmonic disruptor set to disable our enemy's group cosmic containment unit. I picked up on the giant egg's frequency when I was visiting Paradise Omega. An ingenious plan. One that might have succeeded. Moondragon decides to signal the goddess, only to find out she's already aware of the hero's plans.
I have already altered my containment unit's harmonic frequency. Should Professor Richards somehow gain access to Paradise Omega, he will find his plan disappointingly ineffective.
The heroes then board a Mark V Quinjet, which is described as a large-scale assault ships designed for situations just like this. See what I mean?
Wow.
Which I'm not going to show you, because reasons. Skipping over the glamour that is the Mark V Quinjet and Reed's pep talk with the gang, we come to a nice two-pager of the cathedral and the preparations going on therein for the faithful's own attack on the infidels. Hercules, this bomb ought to level a good section of Manhattan. 'Tis just, Wonder Man. Yon city has always been a snake pit of corruption and vice. Multiple Man, I thought you were bringing Firelord and the Surfer in on this cycle. I couldn't.
Then I shall telepathically summon them.
Now, even though they talk like they were written by social justice warriors, they sure don't appear to have been drawn by any. Ooh la la, Gamora. Nice rack. Damn, I miss this type of comic book art. Moondragon seeks to wrangle Silver Surfer, who's off doing his own thing. And on patrol just past Star Alpha Centauri.
Silver Surfer, return to base immediately.
For a
surprise assault on Earth's unconverted defenders.
But many of those people are my friends. That doesn't make sense.
Are you questioning the goddess's wisdom and decision?
Yes, I do question the righteousness of this action.
Blasphemer!
And she blasts him right in the face, which is ultimately preferable to what happens on the next page. It's no good, Moondragon. I'll not be whipped into line by some lackey. The spell is broken. The Silver Surfer is once again his own man. Some nice panel composition here with the fiery energy and the Surfer's defiant stance.
You will never escape the goddess's influence.
I guess being surrounded by fiery shit should have clued him in that Moondragon brought her enforcer, Firelord. But that's why he gets blasted in the ass with a fire beam. Ouch. That looks completely and utterly uncomfortable. Beautiful fight sequence here. Whack, bam, boom. And they apparently leave him for dead.
To deny one's celestial destiny is to court destruction.
Then Pip starts psyching himself up for his one-man assault while mocking the other heroes in his mind. He's so brave.
Now all these jerks will see the light, learning how wrong they was. The time has come for them to learn that you should never underestimate Pip the Troll. Wrong. None of these yahoos can do squat against the goddess.
On this final slide of the third issue, we see Pip's plan coming to fruition. Bravo, little troll. Bravo. That little rat was touching the professor's arm. I saw him.
It worked. I wished it, and the goddess turned to salt. How biblical. And Pip the Troll just became king of the universe.
Another one.
On to issue number 4, Mortal Sins. Released in September of '93, again by Starlin, Lim, and Milgram. Some decent cover art on the left here, but I'm not a fan of the lighting and the colors, as it seems to not affect Iron Man or Rogue at all. They kind of look like cutouts. Kind of weird, but the art inside is a step up from the last issue, in my opinion.
Interesting. Earth's gathered champions are currently rocketing toward Paradise Omega. Some unknown agent has apparently slain the goddess.
Sounds like Pip's plan worked, turning the goddess into salt.
What's this? The scanners are suddenly once again registering the goddess's life signs.
Oh, never mind then. Seemingly, that plot twist was just to fuel an issue of Infinity Watch. Moving on, Thanos ropes in a recently deprogrammed follower of the goddess.
If so, galactic peril remains thick in the ether. The time has come to bring on stage one who is sorely needed to carry out this scheme, my captain. The Silver Surfer. Teleportation focus locked on target.
What? Where?
Never at a loss for witty commentary, are you now, Norenrad?
Thanos? Anyone seeking to even delay me will suffer my full wrath, backed by the power cosmic.
Well, we would not want that to happen now, would we?
What?
I capitulate.
Just then, the Surfer gets distracted by something shiny. You wear Adam Warlock's soul gem upon your forehead.
That is something I will gladly answer if you would be so kind as to accept my surrender.
Thanos brings the Surfer up to speed, despite his cognitive dissonance.
His body would not be in its current pristine condition if I took the jewel forcibly. Possessing the gem makes me privy to Warlock's scheme to thwart the goddess's mad plans.
And now I'm supposed to trust and aid you?
Allying yourself with evil Thanos is inconceivable. I have no wish to live in a universe dominated by this so-called goddess, nor have I a course of action better suited to the situation than the one the Warlock presented to me. But that plan cannot win without your aid. Well,
And now we join Adam Warlock on his search for another proverbial piece of the puzzle in the Soul World. He's greeted by some old friends who are ultimately of no help, but it's nice to see Adam smile for once. Within the Soul World, once home to Adam Warlock. Below me, I cannot believe it. Greetings, friends. Adam, you've returned to us. Dire peril threatens the reality outside this emerald heaven. To protect it, I have returned home to enlist the aid of one who lives in this realm. Who be that? You, thankfully, know not this individual. Skipping ahead, we see Thanos and the Surfer paying a holographic visit to the Quinjet.
perhaps I can aid in minimizing your losses during the upcoming confrontation.
Thanos of Titan, and one of the goddess's converts, was a convert. I'll make short work of this would-be demigod. Oh yeah, that's embarrassing, Hulk. We're listening, Surfer. I have left the faith, and the Titan also opposes the goddess.
We know you plan an assault on Paradise Omega, and back you in this effort. In fact, we have a little diversion plan to assist in this endeavor.
Thanos remains tight-lipped on this page, despite all the dialogue that ensues. Just exactly what are you planning, Thanos?
Nothing I can share with you. The truth is that Moondragon is a telepath, and if you get within her scanning range, all is lost. Her mistress, the goddess, possesses a collection of cosmic cubes, an awesome armament in anyone's grasp. Fortunately for us, in her arrogance, she has been content to use them in a most ritualized manner to reach her end goal.
Which is?
A prize I dare not voice. But if the goddess becomes aware of my involvement and feels threatened, there is no telling what havoc she could wreak using the collected cubes in a more direct fashion. I am in need of the services of the telepath, Professor X.
Professor X was mind-blasted into a coma by Moondragon at Avengers headquarters.
A pity, but it changes nothing. You will find I have transferred details on how to properly exploit it within your computer.
Skipping another page, Thanos and the Surfer disappear without answering any further questions of the heroes and teleport Professor X away from the Avengers headquarters as well. Silver Surfer gets a little too chatty here with Thanos and quips about him playing a heroic role, not something you'd want to do with the almighty Thanos. That headset you placed on the Professor
will allow me to personally exploit his telepathic powers.
Without causing him injury.
Thanos of Titan only injures those he wishes to harm. Me, the hero, I now wear Warlock's soul gem. Through it, you and its former guardian once merged souls. I could arrange now for you and I to share that same experience. Care to peek into my soul?
I believe I will pass on that particular offer.
I rather thought you might. Then prepare to take up your station. I will signal you as to when to begin the diversion.
And you?
We'll be waiting for a certain shipment to arrive. Curse me for having stored it so far from the solar system.
And it looks like the goddess's followers may have found the solution to Sleepwalker's disappearing act. Spiked OJ. Here we see just how bossy Sister Moondragon can be when her back is against the wall.
Mystic, how goes your search for the missing infidels?
Slowly.
Then hasten the process. You know that they're out there somewhere. Find them!
Sister Moondragon, you have no idea just how much out there is. Oh, what's that, Doctor Strange? Looks like you want to say something else there. What could it be? Thanos gives the Surfer a quick pep talk before the big gun show. I'm in position, Thanos, awaiting your signal. But I am concerned.
Put your mind at ease, Surfer. I have carefully calculated the effects of this enterprise and found the overload factor well within your means. D666 has at last arrived.
And no, that's not the gun show. That's a dreadnought.
Dreadnought 666 is just what I need to carry out my part of Adam Warlock's plan. Surfer, you may now begin your pyrotechnic display. Like all of Galactus's creations, the Silver Surfer is an absorber and caster of energies. In the past, only his physical being and sense of self-preservation have limited the amount of raw power he has attempted to take into his person. But the current situation and my powers of persuasion have convinced him to override these concerns. Of course, it was I who directed him to the one source these energies could be most easily furloughed from. This solar system star, Sol.
This has to be Thanos' diversion. Banner, do you see it from your position? I sure do. When Thanos sets up a diversion, he goes all out, doesn't he? I love this space battle type of visual. Lim and Milgram really do a great job of it.
Let us hope the Surfer does not overload and explode before facilitating his part of the plan.
Meanwhile, the faithfully fit prepare for the worst. We're flying blind.
This must be our enemy's doing. All personnel, prepare to stave off a major assault.
By my reckoning, the Surfer should have now absorbed enough energy for the task set him.
And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the gun show. Holy fuck, is the Surfer ever jacked. Amazing page here. The visuals are so powerful and dynamic. He looks painfully ripped. I think we could now call him the Swollen Surfer.
She call me Mr. Bombastic.
I did skip over some sweet artwork on 2 pages where the Hulk and Drax need to help redirect the Surfer by punching him in the right direction. But I had to leave something awesome out. Well, because I'm an asshole. So the Hulk and Drax are celebrating their home run while the faithful start freaking out. So much in fact that Mood Dragon shits the bed and tries to contact the goddess again. That did it. Straight at Paradise Omega. The core of the energy phenomenon is headed directly at us.
Can the computers identify the disturbance?
No way. We're in big trouble.
Goddess, the situation has unexpectedly gotten out of hand.
But instead of picking up that spiritual call, Moondragon gets the following response.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
The goddess
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
The goddess's true believers finally get a visual on Silver Surfer, but are helpless to stop him from destroying Paradise Omega's moon and its satellite defenses. It's the Silver Surfer.
have all firepower directed at him.
The fusillade appears to have no effect on the target. Skipping again, we miss a battle between the gang and the Mark V Quinjets and Thor, who's been sicked on the heroes by Moondragon. Thor decimates the bulked up starcraft, forcing the heroes to man the escape pods and jettison to the surface of Paradise Omega. This is a fun couple of pages with the Hulk and Drax derailing Thor after he's dispatched the Quinjets. So much stupid brute force slugging it out that it actually works really well. Time to curb your hammer-tossing hostile ways, Blondie.
Yeah, Drax friends inside them little scooters.
No infidel cur shall stay mighty Thor's hand. Don't bet money on it, Slick. Hey, he destroyed my mini propulsion unit. Drax! 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 Passing over a couple more pages of the heroes' escape pods descending to the planet and the Warlock flying through the Soul World, Adam finds his evil, exiled, cis-white male persona, Magus, who's been expecting him, of course.
You have no secrets from me. Am I not your dark side? The slice of life you most fear? Am I not the Magus?
This page on the left shows the various heroes and followers being staged for the next issue's conflict. It's rudimentary, but it works in a pinch, coming up to the final page of this issue. Several miles above Paradise Omega's atmosphere,
All the players are in place. The end game begins. Do we stand on the edge of Armageddon?
And that's all she wrote for that issue, and this installment of our Infinity Crusade series. As for what's next in the final episode of this review, some of our favorite Marvel superheroes beat the living crap out of each other for 2 solid issues, and I can't wait to show you. And thanks for watching this episode. If you liked it, leave a comment below and hit the like button. Share this video. If you like what I do here, look at the links below to support this channel and follow me on social media to get updates on future videos. Until then, I'm Dick Richard Rizzo. You've all been great, I guess. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.
Hey, here's a magic message. Read it and pass it on.